Microphone, I just hit record. Break that shit up.
I'm excited.
I'm not sorry, everybody. This is the start of the episode. This is the KAAMP, whether you like it or not, I guess.
Hell yeah.
Where'd it go? Oh, it rolled under here. I'll give this back to you.
Thank you.
Okay. So, things, mildly serious topics. Still trying to figure this table out. Well, Ivan needs to get back. So
True. I was like, there's other components missing. I like the fact that y'all have cornflakes and frosted flakes.
Sometimes you just gotta have the savory shit.
Yeah.
And I ain't scared. So.
But my issue with cornflakes is that they get soggy too fast.
I'm gonna put peanut butter in it anyway, so I don't care.
Okay. You know what? I have become a big fan of peanut butter recently.
Good, because delicious.
Well, my mother wouldn't. She wasn't a fan of peanut butter because she had went to the peanut butter factory as a kid, and they told her that so many rats fall into the vats
that's horseshit. That's total horseshit.
Or whatever.
But like everybody eats 8 spiders every year.
Exactly. But in her elementary school brain, she believes it, so she never ate peanut butter.
Welcome to the peanut butter tour. I know everyone wants to know how many rats.
Will you pull that square up on that mic? And just some of that.
Check.
Yeah, that's good.
All right.
And I think Brandy and I can share this as this fine. Okay.
Yes.
All right, we sound good enough, and I love how everybody hates that. I'm speaking hypothetically, but yeah, I love listening to people tune in their shit when that's supposed to be part of the show. It's the best. So we'll do with what we got right here. I think it's going to do, and if not, then it's trouble for me in post. So whatever.
Okay. Fuck it, we'll do it in post.
Yeah, exactly. So let me get sorted out here.
It's like the start of a Lil Wayne album.
You know what? If I ever go to jail and get released for a concert, I want my release papers read as my intro for the concert, because he did that shit at Bonnaroo and I saw it, and that was some of the dopest shit I've ever seen in my life.
It's pretty hard.
Yeah, that is pretty dope.
And then Primus came on.
Ooh, nice.
So that stage was all over the place that night. But this is the latest episode of the KAAMP. That is the Knoxville Area Artist Networking Platform podcast thing. And today, things didn't go as planned, but we're all here doing the shit anyway. So, friends, will you introduce yourselves?
Sure. We're not awkward or high at all. I am
Transparency alert.
Man, I am Brandy Augustus. I use she and her pronouns. I just got off of work. We do that a lot at work. I am a local comedian. Here in Knoxville, been doing comedy for about 8 years, but time is relative. It doesn't really exist. Honestly,
Man off the top. Let me hit this again.
I know. I also do mushrooms. I haven't in a long time though. But I'm a parent. I know it's just a financial decision. It's I know. Exactly. I'm a parent. I can't do mushrooms because I got to feed the kids instead of my third eye.
Blank.
I'm Ivan Harper. I'm a local comedian, local producer, shameless nicotine fiend, degenerate gambler. Yeah, we're gonna have a good time.
Degenerate? You don't scream degenerate.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right.
Get away with a lot that
if
way.
That's where we're at. Okay.
I feel like he's a functioning gambler.
Do you have
Fairly
paper money in your wallet right now?
No, but I have a lot of poker winnings in the car.
Oh.
Yeah. For now.
Degenerate. They're in the car, he said. Degenerate. That's you never carry them. You don't want to get caught with them.
You got to be ready. You never know when the next game's going to pop up.
Oh my goodness. My papa would have loved you. That's one of the things he used to do. He used to play poker at the lake house every summer or whatever. And I never was interested in poker. I was just interested in the conversations that was happening at the poker table.
Because fuck the lake house?
Yeah. At the lake house in Ohio.
lake house.
Yeah, they had it with my godmother's parents had a lake house. Oh, they was wealthy black people. They are wealthy black people. But we're not biologically related. But I am named after her. So shout out to my Aunt Michelle. You know?
I'm interested in poker as long as I can play with like someone who has way more money than me.
Yeah.
Just the possibility of taking that keeps me going. Doctor, real estate agent.
What's the most you've ever won in a game of poker?
Oh, we in it now.
Yeah.
I was on a cross country drive and I went to Austin, Texas after sleeping in a cemetery the night before.
Quiet.
To save money. And I rolled up and played poker with the owner of Vulcan Gas Company in an underground game, and I left up $7,000.
Oh, shit. How much did you bring in? What was the buy-in?
$300, I think.
Okay. That was the buy-in?
Yeah.
Okay.
All night long. Fell asleep in a parking lot.
Damn, that was safe.
So when did you stop playing that night?
Probably like 8:30 in the morning.
That's not night.
Was there cocaine involved?
No.
No cocaine.
No. What are you talking about? No. Everybody had it right next to their cards. Yeah, of course.
It wasn't until I moved to Knoxville that I realized that I'll be doing coke. Like, yeah.
That is how you stay up all night and play cards.
Oh, yeah.
Probably not good coke in Knoxville, but
no.
Who knows?
No.
All right.
See, that's way more action than a poker game. I ain't gonna sign up for that.
Too much heat for me.
Yeah,
I'm too old.
Yeah. So you're a poker player too?
No, I don't like losing money.
Yeah.
I ain't got shit to gamble with. See, like this right here, I would much rather do this than lose money. Mm-hmm. Like physically just handing it away because I made a bad decision. This is a bad decision. I get to work through it for a couple of weeks at a time. So it's like I get to sit with the decision and watch it go up in smoke.
This is going to sound so philanthropic of me, but I swear I'm really not this person. But I would much rather give my money away than gamble it away. Like, I'm very much like, shoot me the link to your GoFundMe type of chick. Like, you know.
It's a good feeling. It's a good vibe.
Well, I just know what it's like to need help. You know, and I'm like, if I'm in a position to help somebody, if like this $20 is going to get them through, I'm going to send you this little $20, you know.
Not everybody has that character trait, though.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? Some people just don't. No. They don't get anything out of that.
Hey, you know what? It took me a long time to learn that. I just thought that everybody was like that. I thought that like we were all taught the golden rule growing up. Like whether you were religious or not or whatever, it's like you always treat people how you want to be treated. So I was like, all right, well, this how we move in the world, you know? And it took me until I was an adult and like getting fucked over a lot. So I realized, I'm like, everybody ain't good people, like, you know.
Oh yeah, I maybe figured that out like in the past year.
Yeah, that should be hitting hard too when it and it makes you reevaluate all of your relationships, all of your friendships, like and how you move, like how you even like new people that you deal with.
And in a way, if you don't set those boundaries, it is kind of your fault.
It is. Yeah. It is. Yep.
Out here dropping wisdom.
I'm just trying to steer the bus right now.
We're gonna crash this bitch in a minute.
Hey, that's all right. It's still a fun ride. But no, y'all are right, because like, damn it, the good lessons are really hard to learn, and they make your whole perception shift if you're learning right.
Yep.
You know, getting as deep into the lesson as you should be. It'd be like that sometimes. Yeah. All right, so let's steer this sort of back. What are y'all working on right now? That could be in or outside of your chosen craft.
So right now I actually left my computer up. I was working on my EPK. Do you have an EPK?
I have no idea what those letters mean.
Oh my God, right? And I've been doing comedy for about 8 years. More like 10, but I say 8. So it's an electronic press kit that you send to clubs.
Yep.
And like, or agencies or whatever, like, but it has all of your information. It is something separate from like your website or like, you know, anything. It is specifically to to get you booked. So I was working on my EPK. And hopefully I'll get that finished tonight.
That is like pro level. Stephen Henry has one. I was looking through his.
Oh, yeah.
He's a pro.
Yeah, Stephen Henry is a pro. Shout out to Stephen Henry. He is a hard-working man.
He's doing Deception tomorrow.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, will I be here? No, I have D&D tomorrow night. Oh,
So from the future in the past, this information will no longer be relevant. But it is cool that these things are happening, and we're totally stoked about it. So yes,
That show is kind of what I'm working on.
yeah,
I want to grow the show and just
Talk
kinda
about the show.
yeah.
hammering out the creative elements of it. It's as far as I know, there's no other show quite like it anywhere. It's definitely modeled after Story Wars on YouTube, but it's got a kind of audience participation element that I don't know any other live show does currently. It's 4 comedians submit me their wildest stories or just like random facts or opinions that they have. And then I put them up on the slide. The panel discusses, argues about it, talks shit to each other, accuses, and then the audience is linked with their phones, live poll voting on who they think did it.
I suck at guessing. I have been to, I think, 3 shows now, including the one that I was on, and I was guessing on that one on the panel. Like I'm getting it wrong almost every time. Oh man, it's a fun show though, and you're right. There's no other show in Knoxville. Like, well, not even just in Knoxville. I haven't seen any other show that has this type of format. And it's fun, and it's also really good for the comedians because they get to run time, and then the audience gets to like kind of draw back on things that the comedian might have said when it comes to like the stories that have been presented.
What totally blows my mind is you think that most comedians who are doing this every day, every week for years will have worked these stories out into jokes. But that is not the case. These people have crazy stories.
We were learning so much with this last show specifically. There was one person on stage, I think that he was probably, and this is no shade to him, but probably the least interesting comedian on the stage. I think that everybody else kind of had, one guy was French. Then there was a white woman, there's like a very boisterous black man, and then there's like Petey. Like Petey is just like more of a subtle, chill kind of guy.
He's a Southern gentleman. He really is.
And he out here fucking bitches, like twins and shit. Like it was wild shit. No, I'm like, Petey. Who was the ex he slept with?
He slept with the girl who was sleeping with O.J. Simpson.
Yes.
Yeah.
What?
Yes.
That was one of the stories.
Yes.
And I asked him, I was like, how did you know? He said, oh, she had pictures of him up in her house, which killed me.
Lucky it didn't kill her.
Yeah.
Facts.
That's that. Like, are you wiener cousins with one of the most infamous celebrities on the planet now?
It's pretty crazy.
That sounds like you're wiener cousins.
It's pretty crazy. But yeah, we get into all kind of crazy stuff like that. And honestly, some of the funniest ones are just normal stuff. Like I fucking hate birds. Birds are disgusting.
Yeah. Well, they are.
But yeah, I've just been working out that show, figuring out how to market stuff, which is a pain in the ass, and just fine tuning.
And it's crazy what marketing people do and what works for people. Because we were just having this conversation. The best turnout that I had for the show that I run at Central Cinema every first Tuesday, I forgot to actually run. Well, I didn't forget to run ads. I had just gotten back from New York and I was broke. So I couldn't run ads.
It's like, watch me spam this for the next day or two.
So, but I didn't even do that. What I did was I did hit groups with it, but it was just one time, and it was the day before the event, and it was the like local comedy groups, but then also local Knoxville groups that I'm just active in. And I don't do that. I don't post about my shows in these groups or whatever. So I think it kind of gained a little bit more validity that way. And then I posted on Reddit. So I made a new account and posted on Reddit. And you know Reddit don't be playing with people like that. You ain't about to make an account and then immediately post something with a link.
Oh, no.
But it got a lot of traction on Reddit, and that surprised me.
I had a hater on Reddit who would wait for me to post every month and go in and talk shit about my graphic design. And then the next month, the title of the post was like free tickets to, username whatever, and he got in there all pissed off.
I like your level of petty.
Yeah. I'm with it.
Yeah.
That's yeah.
To my knowledge, they have not come to the show, but the offer still stands.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They just got to come and tell you that their name is.
Say it to my face.
Yeah.
Find the parking lot.
I'm this. It's like I'm this asshole, and you're like, yeah, you are.
I would want to see somebody come and try and step to Ivan at the parking lot of Central Cinema with all the comedians on the backstage.
Throw a cat in the motherfucker.
There's plenty to pick from.
I feel like the cats would just kind of like rise up, like, wait a minute, what's the noise?
Yeah, none of this shit.
Yeah.
None of that.
But yeah, shout out Central Cinema for honestly taking a chance on me with the show, and just, even before I was doing comedy in this town, they were giving people shots, and what a great venue that we're lucky to have.
Yeah, no, Central Cinema is the best. It's not probably my favorite venue in Knoxville. It is my favorite venue in Knoxville, and that goes for any restaurant, that goes for any major retailer or anything like that. And that's because they are of the community, they are for the community, they are run by the community, and they invest in the community. I'm like, that's all you can really ask for, in a local business.
Yeah, I can't think of any other town I've been to that has something on that caliber. Just firing. Movies, documentaries, local stuff, comedy.
Yep. They partner with my job. We do events there. We do screenings where they're free screenings to the public. So anytime that y'all see something happening at Central Cinema with Highlander, the movement school, just know that is a free event and the bar is free. So all the snacks, all the drinks are covered by Highlander. So, and that's just a partnership that was created with the homies at Central Cinema.
Good dudes.
Yeah.
It's such a good spot to watch damn near anything too. That room is good. It's a good place to be, It's just enough. I like that they got the old theater seating. Yeah. I like being in that spot. It feels like a cool spot.
I wish that I would have known, had a deeper relationship with Central Cinema when they were fundraising for it. Because dead ass, I would have got one of them front seats. I would, for sure. What you need? How much? Yeah, yeah. Oh man,
I totally forgot they did that too.
Yeah, and then those little tiles. I got a tile, but I would have been happy with a tile, but I would have invested in a seat. So, but shout out to all the local venues that really just support local everything in Knoxville. French Fry Vintage is another one. They're a clothing store. They host comedy shows. They always been solid. Shout out to Jenny and April. Yeah. Knoxville is cute. People often ask me how long am I going to stay in Knoxville? Because I'm just not from here, and I travel so much. But I love Knoxville. I think that Knoxville is a great city for creatives. I think that every city has its shit. I think that our biggest enemy right now, should I say this on a podcast? But I'm did you see, have y'all seen a new parking plan for the stadium? That
I glanced at it. It's pretty bad.
No, I haven't looked at it yet.
Oh, we got bigger fish to fry than each other, y'all. This is, yeah. I'm are they going to let us start having events in the stadium?
Just the fact that we don't have a pedestrian bridge over the river right now is so crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. Damn.
I want that.
Yeah.
But right now, Gay Street is the pedestrian bridge.
True.
And that's lame as shit.
Safe way, but like, oh my god.
Well, good thing it didn't collapse and make international news and make us all look like idiots. But I mean, we still all look like a little bit of idiots, but way less as if, shit had went and been a catastrophe.
So
Still sucks though, no matter what.
when I first moved to Knoxville, Gay Street Bridge was closed.
Mm-hmm.
So it's always been closed to me. So I had always been taking that other bridge to go across. And then when Gay Street Bridge opened, I had an asshole in the car with me. And I went the route that I normally go. And they're like, why are you going this way? You could have just went straight across. And I was like, I don't know how to go straight across. It wasn't in my muscle memory.
Is Gay Street open to pedestrians or it's closed?
I think it's closed right now.
Yeah.
So.
No, but it had opened for...
They said they were going to reopen it to pedestrian traffic only when it gets deemed safe again or whatever.
That's crazy.
15 years from now.
Yeah. And another couple $1 million to make sure it's all safe and be tested and whatnot. So they probably never be open to automobile traffic again. Is what they said, essentially.
Really?
Yep. Pedestrian shit only.
Okay, wait a minute.
So that's on the opposite side of the Henley Street Bridge that everybody's geeking out about for the damned old pedestrian bridge between campus and the south.
You ever see a picture for like a design? You're like, oh, that looks way too nice. That's never going to happen.
and you're right. You call it right then and there.
Yeah.
There was that big wispy white, it just kind of like a fluid sort of motion thing across the river. I thought it was cool as shit, but I had the same thought. I was like, this is too good. We got too much riverfront for this to be like the new thing. And we were right.
What is on our riverfront? Calhoun's?
And the Vol Navy.
That's it?
Some giant construction sites.
Yeah. I was trying to think, because I'm like, when I think about Cincinnati, like I can name the things that make up that view, I don't know. Maybe, like I said, Knoxville got his shit.
They've got that park in South Knox. It's riverfront. It's like maybe half a mile greenway.
Where they had Second Bell?
Yep.
I think so.
Yeah.
Sutry's Landing.
Sutry's Landing.
That's it.
I always want to call it Timely Park. You see why?
Hang out in Memphis.
Yeah. I went to Memphis in May a lot. So it's like the same setup.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
On the riverbank.
Yeah,
Memphis is cool. Memphis is so cool.
That's another thing I'll be doing. When does this come out?
April, first week of April.
In April 16th, 17th, I think. I'll be in Memphis at the Good Vibes Comedy Festival. Yeah, I'll be doing that. Got accepted to that.
Hey, yo.
Super excited. Yeah, the 18th and the 19th.
Of April.
Yep.
Where at?
In Memphis. Let's see. Do
you know the venue?
I don't know the venue.
Okay.
The venue, something has been posted, but not given. Sometimes
Here we go.
things, important information, you got to kind of find it for yourself, because it'd be a lot of moving parts to a festival. We were talking about throwing a festival for Knoxville, hopefully. But it's a lot of moving parts to it, and sometimes some things just get overlooked.
It's one of those big picture things where you got to have people in place doing one thing, and it's delegation. I mean, it's tricky, especially with something like comedy where there's various factions that don't want to work with other factions.
Boo.
Yeah.
Hilton Cafe
It'd be like that, though.
in Memphis, April 18th, 19th.
There we go. All right, so since we're talking about cities, that was New York.
Oh my God. I had the best time in New York City at the Black Women in Comedy Lab Festival. That happened February 26th through March the 2nd. There was about 40 phenomenal comedians, not even just from like across the US, but there was a lady there from Trinidad. She made sure that she was like, I am not a part of you. So yes, ma'am. Shout out the lyrics. But I ended up placing top 4 for Best of Fest. I did not win, but the woman who did win, I'm actually doing a show with her in Clarksville on May the 9th. With Joker's Only Comedy. Shout out to me for remembering that. But that young lady's name is Jo King. She's out of Texas, and she was phenomenal all weekend. So I'm just thankful to be on the show with her ass. But New York, I met so many dope comedians. There were just so many just good, juicy moments of like just camaraderie. Because like, how many Black women have you been on shows with?
Probably 2 or 3.
Yeah. Yeah, this was just all Black women, a lot of queer, a lot of studs. Shout out to the studs. That was in the building. I did a rap battle.
How did that work? I was curious about that.
It was a legit rap battle. Like we wrote bars, 1 minute bars for each other for 3 rounds. And then we got up and we just went back and forth.
How much time did you have in advance? You're writing like day of?
I did end up writing day of because my brain works better that way.
You need the pressure.
But yeah, I need it. But it's not like I'm not thinking about it, but I don't actually sit to write until like the day of, like on the plane. But I think we had like a month. Yeah. And the girl that I went up against, come to find out, she was the only other person who had battled before. And I had battled before, but not on a mic. I used to be a part of this site called NobodySmiling.com, and we did text battling. Yeah. So it was a different format. We getting judged on different things, but I've always been a fan of battle rap, like the URL, that. Like, there are some battles that I go back and I watch religiously. Like some people go back and watch Home Alone for like Christmas time or whatever. Like, I have to go back and watch like Calico versus Loaded Lux, like every year. So I was very familiar with it, but I didn't know that the girl that I was going up against was a mini vet of the community. Like she's a really good comedian, but she's a great battle rapper apparently. So I felt like the odds were stacked against me because we also in her hometown. She from Brooklyn. We in Brooklyn at Friends and Lovers. Like underdog. She got her crew. I'm very much the underdog, so I'm glad I went the route that I went because I started it. She went first or whatever, and she did the basic battle rap shit. Like, you try to make hurt somebody's feelings. Like she called me fat like 57 times and single and all this shit. Like whatever. It was clever. She was very, very clever with it. But I was just like expecting more. But what I did not expect was for her to go and watch all my shit.
Oh,
she was ready. She was in my YouTube, like not even just in my Instagram or whatever clip. She's in my YouTube. She's watching full sets.
She was watching tape.
Yeah. She was like, rewind it, run it back. Like,
she was in the game room watching tape.
I looked at her Instagram a couple of times. I saw that she served in the Navy or whatever. So, but I started the first round and I complimented her. I was like, you are very cute and your body is tea. Like, but it's truly unfortunate that you got paired against me. And I went into like just making assumptions, like how she looked like an RN and she drive like an 03 Benz. She got a couple baby daddies, some badass kids. Like it was cute or whatever, but her first round like hit hard. It got more of an impact. Her second round was a little bit weaker. My second round was better than hers, but she started to feel the the weight of the that I was actually a challenge, that I was actually a fight or whatever. So she started talking through my round. She was like, that don't even make sense, and like all this stuff. I was like, wait a minute, hold on, that's not what we doing or whatever. Like, let's be respectful. And even the guy who was judging was like, she said that was her car, like, you know. So, but my third round is what I'm most proud of. And my third round, I was like, Jen, nice to meet you, sweetie, but have a seat because this ain't even for you. Like, and I ended up going in. So I'm in New York. So I'm like, I got to get the crowd somehow. So I went in on Eric Adams. I went in on Donald Trump. I went on Elon Musk. It was a good round. Like, I got like people jumping. Oh man, it was dope. So hopefully I get the footage soon.
Elon Musk jokes are hot right now. Everybody hates that guy.
Yeah, and Teslas. Shout out to everybody in the Cybertruck. Y'all got it the hardest right now.
There have been people following behind them and like projecting terrible things onto their tailgates. Like sitting in traffic behind one, just projecting stuff onto it.
Is it not a screen? I mean, come on now. Why is it so big and flat?
It is big and flat.
I mean, imagine waiting for 4 years to get a truck, and then 3 months after it gets delivered, he's out there doing a Sig Heil. It's just crazy.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, and that's such an overhyped product too. And then everybody got one, and now everybody driving around didn't know they were going to be made to look like assholes.
And my friend, he just has a Tesla. He has an older Tesla that he bought used. He is always in the shop with it. He's always in the shop with that damn Tesla. I was like, my Nissan don't do me like that.
My dad had an electric car for like 6 months, took it to a mechanic once, and the guy says, well, just so you know, there's, 70 different modules in this car, and every one that breaks is $12,000 to fix. Not saying they're going to break, but there's a whole bunch of failure points, and he just immediately sold it.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Can't say I blame him if that was how it was put to me.
That is just a money pit. No, thank you. Because cars are going to break down. Mm-hmm. They built to break. Nothing is built for tough anymore.
Oh my God.
I like my 2013 Corolla. When it breaks, I'm probably going to buy another 2013 Corolla.
Yeah.
I've had 2 Subarus now. This is my second one. They treat me pretty good, except when I wreck them.
That's a you problem.
Yeah, that's a me problem. That is a me problem. I fully admit that. But so far, so good.
Okay.
It has survived most of a 10-year-old's life so far, so it's held up pretty well.
Yeah, I've not always driven a Nissan. I prefer to drive Nissans. And I don't know if it's just me living into a stereotype or what, but I feel like there is I don't know, something that intrinsically connects Black women with Nissans.
I need to hear more of this theory.
It's usually a Nissan Altima.
That's what I was.
And I've stayed away from Altimas. I've never had an Altima, but I've had a Pathfinder and I have a Rogue now. So
I feel like anybody in a Nissan Altima has road rage. On boil.
I had a Maxima. That's a Nissan too.
Yeah, it is.
That was one of my second car. Damn.
That was the bigger one.
Yeah. I love that car too.
A little less road rage in those.
Yeah. I am a very chill driver. But that's just because I have to be. It's kind of like one of those hope things. I'm constantly fighting back rage. I'm like, Brandy, you're so chill. And I was like, yes, I'm trying not to kill your ass. God.
People get road rage around Knoxville.
Mm-hmm.
I've driven all over the country, and people road rage on I-40 like crazy.
Mm-hmm. I will slow down and move out the way.
Brake checking people for no reason.
I slow down and move out the way. I am going to make it home. I don't give a fuck what you gonna do. I'm gonna make it back to my kids. Shit, that's one of my biggest fears. something
wrecks.
happened to me on the road. Just something happening to me on the road while I'm on the road away from my kids.
Statistically, that is like the most dangerous thing we do is get on an interstate.
Yep.
It's crazy.
Yeah, and I drive from here to Maryville. Yeah.
How long is that commute?
Like 40 minutes.
Okay, yeah. For me, from home to Highlander, it's like 35.
I was doing Sweetwater to Knoxville for every open mic,
That was
every comedy
insane,
show
too.
for a year or more.
Until when?
2 months ago.
Yeah.
Just instantly quality of life.
Yeah.
Way, way
Oh,
better.
yeah. Less windshield time. Big
Day
impact.
one.
Sleeping more.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh man, I'm sleeping so much now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to be I have to get up and get my day going, but I don't have to. It took me a long time to realize that I make the rules. Like even when I bought my house, I'm like, can I do this? And I'm like, I could punch a hole in the wall right now.
My
I
damn.
wouldn't, but I'm like, I can do whatever I want. But it took me a long time to realize that I can set my own routine.
Mm-hmm.
And that routine specifically now doesn't have to center around my kids because they grown as shit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to get up and get nobody ready for school anymore, So, yeah, I'll just be lingering. My alarm goes off at 6. I do like to get up at 6 and get my day going or whatever, but I feel very good about just going back to sleep now.
When are your most productive hours? Are you a night owl?
No, in the mornings.
Morning.
Yeah, early mornings.
Can you be productive in the morning if you sleep through it?
No. Not for real. But me sleeping through the morning is still me getting up at like 7:30.
No shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yes, but I'm like, if you technically know, if you sleep through it.
If you wake up at do you ever wake up at just like 10 o'clock and feel like the day is wasted?
Oh, never. That's just not. My body won't let me lay that long. If I am getting out of bed at 10, that's just because I've been up since 7 on my phone. Like, like that happens a lot. That
Okay.
does happen a lot. But that's on days that I've decided I'm not about to do much of anything. Yeah. About to go play some Baldur's Gate. Do you play video games, Ivan?
I used to play a lot of video games. I try not to nowadays just because I have that like addictive personality where if I get into a game, I will play that shit for 8 hours straight.
Games are better than gambling.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah. The return on investment, is it's kind of skewed, but
Skewed?
yeah, well, because I'm like, when you up $7,000, like I don't know if it's the same high as when I made it to Act 2 in Baldur's Gate.
So you
I don't know when I made
score the first goal in a game of 4-on-4 Rocket League and tell me
Oh,
how you
yeah.
feel. Yeah. Ooh.
You
I used to
know
play
what?
some Rocket League.
I do
What's
enjoy me
crazy
some Rocket
is
League.
That is a trigger game for me. My ex-husband, he used to get high on coke and play Rocket League.
Well, fuck
all
Rocket
Oh my
League.
god.
Yeah,
Maniac.
yeah. But I didn't know that the two things were correlating. I just knew that he would be up all night playing Rocket League, and then I
Perfect
found the
cover.
coke. Yeah,
Perfect. Like, nah, babe, I just really like this game.
I'm just so
So
angry
good.
about Rocket League.
So good. I hate that.
I figure out why he was so angry. What the fuck is going on? Oh man.
And then it clicked.
And then it clicked. I literally found empty baggies. And then the next day I found filled baggies. And I'm like, I just went back in. He was asleep, man. I was like, bruh, how long you been doing coke? And he just looked at me. He was like, huh? How long have you been doing cocaine? And the immediate lie that came to his head was 2 months. And that's what I wanted to believe. But come to find out, it was like 2 years.
Yeah, if the lie is 2 months.
Yeah.
It's definitely a lie.
I was like, damn, bro, we weren't together for what, 5? Like, damn.
Cocaine is pretty scary.
Mm-hmm.
I've thrown it away from friends and stuff. If they leave it around, I'll just get rid of it. Like,
Yeah.
oh, I don't know. It's gone.
Oh, yeah, you snorted it. You don't remember? Yeah, I've always had just an off-put relationship with coke because my mama was a cokehead. My mama did a variety of drugs. I won't put it all on cocaine. She did a lot of shit.
There are other things to blame.
I was a part of it too. Like, you know, my mama, she liked to party. Like dead ass.
Bless her.
But coke was what got me arrested. She was high on coke. And called the police on me. Jumped on, tried to beat my ass, and I defended myself. And she called the police on me.
That's low down.
It is, and it's the only time I've ever been in jail. I was so hurt because her and my sister used to fist fight, like from the time that my sister was 16, and my sister's older than me, and now I'm like 20. I think I was 21, 22 or whatever when this happened, and I had never defended myself from my mom, and I finally did it, and she called the police on me. I was like, "You dirty bitch." Yeah, old high ass.
I guess what I'm gonna tell the police.
I told the police, I was like, look at her jaw. She's sitting there yelling. Fuck, that is not a sober woman. So, and my ex knew that I had that relationship with coke, so that was his excuse for not telling me that he was doing cocaine.
just being a good guy.
Yeah, because that's how you do that.
Yeah, so that's my trauma. Ivan, time to share yours.
Shit, I don't know. I got an autoimmune disease. I don't think I've ever talked about that.
Uh-oh.
No.
I was like disabled for off and on years out of my childhood. Yeah.
Okay.
You ever heard of bamboo spine? That's the colloquial name for it.
No.
So ankylosing spondylitis.
I've heard that, yeah.
Yeah, my bones fuse together. When I eat pizza. No, I'm kidding, but it is kind of diet component. Yeah.
Okay. Damn. Okay. And when did you stop having those reactions?
I still do kind of.
Okay.
From age 10 to 17 or 18, I was misdiagnosed, where I would go to a doctor and they would say, "Oh, you need to lose weight. Oh, you got
happens a lot."
Yeah. You have an allergy." And eventually I got to a rheumatologist after I had already had surgery done by a shady surgeon. And he said, "Oh yeah, you got this disease. Here's medicine." Boom.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
So do you suffer any effects from that surgery?
I can't really run. Not any kind of long distance.
God, what a luxury.
Were you a
Yeah,
runner?
I'm so upset. I would totally be running right now.
Were you a runner before? Did
I
they
played
take
soccer.
away your running dreams?
I mean, it made soccer hard, where I would have a flare up one day and just be like totally bum. And then other times I'd be fine. And it was that like bipolar of like chronic pain, no pain, swelling, no swelling. And that was tough. Yeah.
Damn. So you could have almost been Luigi Mangione.
Yeah, I mean, I understand the frustration with the healthcare system.
I'm just saying. I'm like, there's some parallels in the stories, you know? I'm like, I too suffer medical trauma, you know? Like, it's the industry. I was having that conversation, like, we need to speak more. Like, we don't even have to elaborate on it, but it's like, why would they cure us when it's more cost efficient to keep us sick?
It is not a conspiracy. It is how it works.
Yeah, like
this falls under that's a capitalism scenario.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's that's a capitalism. Like, it's just, damn it.
I mean, if you could take one medicine and fix a problem versus maintain the status quo forever, that's just more profitable.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I was at the doctor and I haven't gone back to her since then. I just really need to get a new primary care because it's been like 2 years now. And I'm like, I can't keep going to Planned Parenthood for everything, you know?
Yeah, the greeter's outside her ass.
Shit, oh my God, fuck it. God damn. Bitch, I'm just trying to get my coochie looked at. God, But I was at my doctor and like she didn't know what was going on, and she was like, okay, well, we're gonna run some tests. It's gonna take a while to get back or whatever. So until then, I'm gonna give you a prescription for this medicine, and it's gonna make you light sensitive. You're gonna be sick or whatever. You may like have like a fever or rash or whatever, but it may take care of like the pain and discomfort that you're experiencing. And I'm like, so it's not a guarantee that I'm going to feel any. In fact, I might even quite possibly feel worse. And she was like, well, if you're worried about the light sensitivity and the nausea, I can give you another prescription. Bitch, if you don't get out my face playing with me like this, you no. And time to find out I just needed an antibiotic. Oh my goddamn.
It's hard to find a good doctor, especially primary care. I went to a primary care doctor for the first time in years and years, and he was arguing with me about my autoimmune disease because there's all this backstory of like me having to do some of my own diagnosis, like getting genetic testing and getting the gene and saying, hey, I have this gene, I have this disease. And he was like, oh, well, you can't diagnose yourself. I'm like, no. I didn't diagnose myself, but I had to help.
And this is like information I'm trying to give your ass.
I wasn't on what Wiki Health or whatever.
Yeah.
WebMD. Like, yeah, I got that right there. Like, click this part of your body.
Just trying to argue.
Yeah. When I was pregnant with Trey, well, not pregnant with Trey, when I had my cesarean with my youngest son, I had a spinal instead of an epidural, so they couldn't give me more medicine because the spinal is just the shot instead of like this tube staying in. So it was my second cesarean, so it just took longer. And I started to feel everything. Like I felt them towards the end stapling and suturing my stomach back together. Because of that, I was in pain for like almost a day and a half, but they would not regulate my pain appropriately because they were giving me the allotted amount or whatever through the drip. And I'm like, y'all don't understand. I'm like, my body is on fire. Like I can't even hold my baby. I couldn't even breastfeed Trey for the first like 6 hours because my body was so sensitive. And I think I guess it took the day and a half for the medicine, the morphine and all that shit to finally like kick in to where it was effective levels. But they said that, you know, people just are drug seekers or whatever. And I'm like, do I even have a history of that? You know, like, come on now. I just had major surgery. You literally ripped a human being out of my stomach. And okay. Shout out to Little Rock Medical.
It would be Little Rock.
What is it? YAMS or something. I don't know. It's weird. Their acronym for the hospital, University of Arkansas Medical something. So UAMS or something like that, but they pronounce it like YAMS.
That's the only logical thing. You ain't gonna run around and be like, UAMS.
Yeah.
You ain't.
I guess.
People gonna think you're a fool. Yeah, well, I say that. Yeah, I say iJams all the time. I'm guilty. That's some Knoxville inside baseball bullshit right there.
I didn't find out the right way to say it for probably 2 years after I moved here.
Were you saying it a lot to people though?
Not a lot.
Okay, yeah. It's not something that you really say. You know that. So it took me a while too.
Is it IMS?
IMS.
Okay. I wasn't even sure today.
Yeah, and there was still some trepidation in that.
About to get roasted.
I have a joke about the quarry, and I like it when I do it in Knoxville, and I can say iJams, and then people just yell at me, and I'm like, I know now.
When those things reopen, they better be fucking dope. That's all I gotta say.
What do you mean fucking dope? I just hope they safe.
Well, yeah. I'm talking about the renovations and stuff that they're forcing upon us.
Oh, yeah. Okay. It's more than the paid parking.
They're building some like floating structures out in the middle of one of them and some like bathrooms and shit. So it better not be no weak ass effort.
When are they opening them? Not this summer.
I think it's next spring.
Okay.
I may be totally wrong on that, so if you're gonna fact check me, don't pick that one.
Do your own research.
You're an asshole when you say that. Everybody knows you're right. I should be looking up my own shit right now.
Don't tell me what to do.
I know, right? Damn it. I had, I don't know if this is trauma or not, but I had a bald Chinese surgeon do my vasectomy, and he told me how much he liked driving his convertible Porsche. I could not make a joke about the wind in his hair because he had me by the balls. But legit, and I lived through that, and there was like 20 minutes of my life I spent with that man, like right there doing his thing, and I was just like thinking about saying that the entire time because he asked me what I did for a living when we started talking about cars, and I was just like, I can't say this, like in the back of my head, just like fighting the intrusive thoughts, and, just like.
I almost got a vasectomy. I like went in for the initial screening and everything, and the guy's like feeling me up. He's like, "You have excellent tubes." I was like, "Cool, man.
I could have told you that."
Thanks. It is stuck in my mind.
That's hilarious. It's like, what did I expect not to hear today? That exact thing right there.
Yeah. I can't think of any other circumstance where that would be said.
Well, at least you got that out of it.
Yeah.
Was that free?
I doubt it.
No, you paid for it somehow.
I just got an email from the guy who recorded the rap battle. I thought it was the link. It's a link to the first battle. I'm like, you ain't got to piecemeal it to us. Like, wait a minute. We the ones, the talent. Like, give it to if you got to give it. He said, I'll be giving out a rest throughout the week. Not you dropping them, but like,
just a little.
Got to keep that engagement high over a period of time. Yeah. Got to keep that correspondence happening, Got to keep that outbox hot.
Oh, man, I was so excited. Because I'm like, I hope it says dope as it felt on stage. Because it'll suck to watch it back and people just standing there. And in my head, I'm having this 8 Mile moment.
And you're going to watch it, so you're going to find out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm going to post it. Because the girl, she been posting her clips. She has the full battle, but she won't give me my clips. And I understand.
Did they record that themselves separately, privately?
Yes, okay. Privately. And I asked her for the guy's information, and she never gave it to me or whatever, which is fine. Her immediate response was, he's expensive. I'm like... Okay, well, if you could just shoot me his information,
right.
I'll work.
Give me what I asked for.
I'll work out whatever the expense that is. I'll decide if I can or cannot do it. But that never even happened.
Perception on stage is a crazy thing. Like, you'll have a set that you think is terrible, and you'll listen back and be like, "Oh, it was fine." A set that you think killed and did not kill.
Yeah.
All the time. It's frequently for me. It's like the opposite. The inverse of how I felt up there is how I actually went. Oh, no.
Yeah.
It's a funny thing.
Yeah. I know when I'm doing a set and my stuff that I know normally hits, like those high batting average jokes, they ain't hitting. I'm like, I feel like shit because I'm like, it's a me thing. There's something about me right now because I'm like, it can't be everybody else. It can't be everybody else can't be wrong. Like, what am I doing that, And I get in my head, but that's only with certain jokes.
I'm trying to get more in the habit of just instantly turning on the crowd. I think it's hilarious.
You know what? You're the problem.
Yeah. Sometimes that cracks them. Sometimes they want to hear some shit.
Mostly. And that's what I'm learning. That's like with dealing with Maryville.
Oh,
like
yeah.
When you do comedy in Maryville, they want very surface level comedy and they want you to interact with them. They want to be the joke. They want to be interactive. And there's a lot more.
When did you figure that out?
I'd probably say like after the 7th or 8th show I saw there, I was like, because everybody's not like that. Every comedian doesn't do it. So it takes a while to see. I'm like, oh, that's what they're enjoying. Like, and then like when I started doing it, I'm like, I think that the best sets that I've done in Maryville, I did not run material.
I believe that. Yeah. There was a show with Nick Murphy headlining and some wasted lady like got on stage and put her arm around him. She wanted to be the show.
Yeah.
It was bad. But that's Maryville.
That's Maryville. Yeah, so there's some a lot of black crowds are like that too. But I think it's for different reasons, because I feel like black crowds, like you really got to run them over quick. And you got to keep it coming. Keep the good shit coming. You can't really lose them or whatever. And I feel like just being Black, I know is rooted in like, man, this is probably the only thing I'm gonna get to do all week. So you better be funny. Like, if you ain't funny, get the fuck off the stage, make room for the motherfucker who is, because I've been there before,
More crowds should be like that. Knoxville crowds are really polite.
Are they?
Yeah.
Really polite. They're very patient.
Yeah.
Even if they don't get the joke, they'll sit there and smile politely.
It's good to work stuff out.
Yeah.
Like, when it's good for like newer comedians. But yeah, we need real comedy crowds.
So we need some shit talking crowds in Knoxville. Is that what you're saying?
Nah, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I said.
Please go to a comedy
not...
show and yell at the comedian.
No, not at all. Just more when I'm speaking of engagement, like, if something is funny, laugh. If something is cringy, say, what the fuck? Like, but I ain't saying, yeah, they're boo. I'm not like, never boo anybody. Like, like there have been situations where I feel like people should have been booed, but but more so just as an indication of pivot.
If there's no stimulus from the crowd, it's hard to make a pivot. If you're absolutely bombing and you've got a set list in your head, you need a little poke.
Yeah, you need somebody to like let you know that this is going how you think it's going. Like, so sometimes that type of engagement, but don't get up there. I just saw a clip. Somebody sent me a clip. I say this with all the love in my heart. I am terminally online, and I know it may not seem like that because I should be posting a lot more of my stuff or whatever, but usually I am on somebody's something, looking at something. So when you send me clips and memes and shit, like I seen it. I did. I seen it before you sent it to me. Now, somebody did send me something the other day, something I hadn't seen, and it was this British comedian, and he was like in the middle of a joke, and somebody interrupted him, and she was like, "What's the joke?" And he was like, "You mean in general?" Like, and she was like, "Yeah, it's my first comedy show." And he was like, "Oh, so you're being sincere or whatever." And he was like, some comedians like me, I'm a one-liner. Like I'll say one line or whatever, and then I'll pause, and then hopefully you'll laugh, and then I'll say another one line, and then you'll laugh, and that's kind of my thing. Some other comedians, they're more storytellers, so they won't tell a joke, but you just find yourself laughing, and everybody's laughing. You're like, why are we all laughing? He hasn't said a joke, just really explaining it to her. And like I think she got it towards the end or whatever, but I feel like more people need to like understand that like comedians operate in vastly different ways. So
different ways.
Sit back and let people rock sometimes, like.
And not everybody's going to get you. I mean, that's the subjective nature of comedy. Mm-hmm. People will hate your favorite comedians and vice versa.
Yep, and that's how you find your crowd, though. Mm. You find your audience, and everything that you do for your audience isn't going to work for the next audience. Like, and what I mean by that is sometimes there are comedians whose material is based more around like dude bro humor and like shock value or whatever. There is a big audience for that. Knoxville ain't got too many of them, though. Yeah. Like,
I'm gonna say it's a good thing.
Yeah. So, like, when somebody with that type of material comes to, like, does a show for, like, a small community program or whatever, it's just like, oh, this motherfucker should be watched. Like,
he's confessing to crimes.
On the list. Yeah.
Let's make sure he doesn't come back.
Comedy. I love comedy though. Comedy makes me happy. My job is hard. Comedy can be very fulfilling.
Oh yeah. Very fun and very informative about how my brain works. Figuring out where the jokes come from, how to put them together, and how to make something that's not funny.
Yeah.
Huge. I think everybody should try to do that.
Yeah.
Do you So in the analogy I'm trying to make here is obviously we're kind of sitting in my super secret studio right now, but like, are you always in your studio? Like it's always running? Is it just part of how your brain works?
I kind of subscribe to the more woo-woo side of things about having a muse or having ideas pop in my head.
Mm-hmm.
And I can sit down and pick a topic and hash out one-liners, no problem. But my best jokes and the jokes that I personally like the most usually just pop in my head out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
And I've found that if I'm on like a life trajectory that is not authentic to me, the jokes will stop.
Yep.
And so I've kind of found over the past couple of years, like, oh, I probably need to stop commuting 45 minutes one way to do comedy. I need to get closer.
Right. Yeah.
And then bam, the day that I move, I think of 3 or 4 good jokes. It's like, oh, okay. This is
This feels right.
some kind of subconscious bullshit.
Yeah, I understand that. And honestly, that's that type of thing is one of the strings I like to pull out in this particular conversation because no matter who I've sat across from and had this conversation with, it's like there's always, well, you either have it or you don't, because some people are adamant that they don't. But there's a Zen headspace flow state kind of thing going on in this scenario that's either like an active thing you work with or it's just kind of like low level all the time and you kind of dip into it. And being able to like actively pursue those scenarios in your creative workflow is something some people really enjoy, some people take advantage of, some people just do it whether they think about it or not. And I've discovered that pretty much everybody does it in some form or fashion, whether they want to admit it or not.
Nowadays, there's a lot of discussion about like empty time and just letting your mind wander and not be scrolling, not be reading. And I think that's got to be key to any kind of creative process, is to give yourself an allotment of time to just let your mind wander and see what comes up. I mean, maybe it's artistic, maybe you're stressed about something, you got to go back to work, but
I think that's why I'm most productive in the mornings, because it's the only time that I don't have screen time. It's the only time that I'm not preoccupying if I'm not on my phone. Like if I'm sticking to my routine. And you're right. And that's why people meditate,
love it. Love it.
Yeah, I should start.
Normally when people say that, I point to like a painting I have on the wall somewhere. But obviously I don't have any up yet because I'm still kind of getting settled into this place. So it's like those are the visual representations of how I do that for my brain and my well-being. So it's really neat to see the various forms they can take. But like that outlet for someone's like mental and physical well-being and their creativity is like the nugget I try to get to in these conversations.
And you can feel it when you're not fulfilled creatively.
Oh,
at least I can. I mean, me jumping into comedy so hard for the past year and a half or so is because I was working a job for years that is super regimented, and for good reason. There's just not a lot of flexibility, and I did not have that creative outlet.
Yeah.
You can feel it. It's a bad feeling.
It is.
There was a time several years ago, like I'd shortly just lived here, and I had like 3 part-time jobs, and I hadn't painted anything in 6 months. I was like sitting around my apartment and just like looking around like, what the fuck have I been doing where I haven't like painted or drawn anything and I don't know how long.
Yep.
And just like staring at my hands like, what have I been doing with these things? Kind of like being overly dramatic about it. But in serious thought, like this is not healthy. My brain doesn't feel right about it. Like this isn't how I need to be doing. So I quit one of the jobs and started painting a lot more.
Good.
That job was some bullshit anyway, so it needed to go.
You had to quit. Yeah.
Brandi, what do you think about the creative philosophy of like throwing yourself 100% into something, going all in, versus keeping things well-rounded?
Oh, I think that there is something to that. I think that the universe is going to give you what you give it. Like, and I think that if you are committed to like whatever your craft is, whatever you're going 100% in or whatever, like you got to be 100% in if you really want to like see whatever your goals are really flourish. But I operate under of a more balance. What is my guarantee, even though it's not a real guarantee? jobs are just, they exist for however long they exist for you. And I have other people to think about. I have kids that still live in my house, and I'm accountable to them, and I can't just go and say, all right, I'm about to go and fulfill my dreams. Like, y'all get y'all shit together, figure out who paying the electric, who paying I'm out.
It's like, y'all got this good.
I put in my time, Granted, but they are 19 and 15. So they're pretty self-sufficient.
Speaking as a man, I don't think I got my mind together until I was 24.
Yeah, dead ass. So
I don't know if mine's together yet or not.
And my point. So, I'm not going to say whether or not there was an affirmation coming from the other side of the room, but I'm just going to acknowledge.
Yeah, she got me. It'd be like that. It do be like that. I say this a lot to my son. It's like, it's really weird to be human.
God, it is.
And I just like thinking about being human in a way that it is just this awkward thing we all get to experience as it cushions a little bit of how harsh life can be, which is great, but it doesn't like let the reality of it slip at all.
Yeah, it's like
this is fuck shit, and we all agree.
Yeah,
damn it.
You're a dog driving a car, and you're like, oh, I shouldn't have all this sentiency.
Yeah,
somebody said something to me that really just shifted my whole perception of myself recently, because I had posted something on Threads, and she was like, you really don't think that way about yourself, do you? And I was like, yeah, a little bit. And she was like, one of the things that I had to realize is that I am not attracted to myself. She was like, I kept thinking that, I wasn't an attractive person or whatever, but then I realized I'm just not attracted. I'm not attracted to somebody who is like me. I'm not attracted to somebody who looks like me or whatever. And she was like, I think your issue is you just might not be attracted to yourself. Like, like if somebody who like looked like you approached you, you'd be like, nah, I'll pass. Like, and she was like, but that's a you thing or whatever. That's not how other people see you, and it was something that I had to acknowledge, and just like that simple acknowledgement.
Like, damn, got me.
I was
Ouch.
like, God damn. Okay. Go ahead and eat somewhere else. Cause the fuck, let me sit with my feelings then.
It is crazy the assumptions that we make about people based off how they look, and that people make about us.
Yeah.
I feel like those are the more entertaining ones.
Oh, it's hilarious.
I love to know what people think about me under bullshit circumstances.
Yeah.
I think that entertains me more than most other bullshit I do in society.
I do not want to know. I don't care to know other people's opinions about me. Like, I try and stay as far away from that as possible. That's why I do not read comments. I say I don't, but...
Spiritually, you don't.
Yeah. Spiritually, I don't. I don't react to them. I don't let them get under my skin. But I got ate up recently. Did you see that?
No, tell me about it.
Oh, man.
I'm going to go defend you right now.
Yeah. Thanks, somebody.
We will talk about
my
it.
God. I did an interview with YSN.
Oh, I did read some of this shit. Yeah.
You got flamed? Somebody, they lit you up.
Oh, they were so mad at me.
For no
being
reason
awesome?
at all.
Wow.
Because I said, me and YSN, we were talking about, this is when I was dating that white guy, but this wasn't a part of the clip. But YSN was like, why is it that you are like open to dating white men or whatever? And I was like, the amount of available unattached black men, single like black men in Knoxville that are interested in me. I was like, that's like what, 15? I was like, that's like, and like, but then I went into a little bit more, and it's a fuller discussion on the pod, but ain't nobody gonna go and listen to the whole podcast or whatever. But shit, like the comments were just like, this is what's wrong with black women today. They just hate black men, and how dare she say anything and she looked like that? And then one guy was like, she looked like what? like you're mad that she is articulate and she has an opinion or whatever. There's nothing wrong with the way she looks, and I like that comment. That's the only one that I interacted with, just that one comment or whatever. But it was like it had a lot of traction, and it was a lot going on with that for a long time. And I didn't hear from YSN. Like he never like messaged me about it. He waited till he saw me in person. It was like, I don't know what happened, but the red pills got it. Like, he was like, there's something. And I went and looked at his content, and they just all threw his shit. The red pill. He put, and I'm like, I don't know if he targets like the red pill society
That's just the
or whatever,
internet.
but yeah. I'm like, they're just there all through his shit. I'm like, God damn, they hate when a woman talks.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
That's when you know you're doing it right. You start pissing people off.
but I always been that way. I have always pissed off men talking, and I am fine with that. It is not something that I think that I'm going to stop doing anytime soon. I used to have an old drunk named 5052 times on Yahoo chat that would get pissed at me because I would tell him to shut the fuck. You are an old drunk man. Go take care of your kids. Like, why are you on here arguing with like 19-year-olds? Like, go on here, like, Brent, she too confident. That's what's wrong with her. She just too goddamn confident. I'm like, you are raising a young woman. Is this what you're gonna tell her? Like,
yeah, honey, go outside, do the thing in the world. Don't be confident.
don't be confident about it.
Mm-mm.
Don't. Matter of fact,
You will piss people off being confident.
yeah.
And it's so funny because I get people pissed off at me just for seeming confident just because I'm quiet. I'm like, you don't even know how I feel. Yeah.
I was in a situation recently that somebody that I didn't interact with accused me of having resting bitch face. So I did not know this day I was diagnosed with resting bitch face until like 3 days later.
Oh damn!
Yeah, I know, right? I went all this time. I didn't know I had resting bitch face. I'm almost 34 years old. I feel like I would have learned that sooner, but maybe.
No, so hey, sometimes it takes a while to set in, I guess. I don't know. Oh my goodness. Yeah, people make us, so that's why I don't care what people think about me, because people are always gonna think something about me.
I've only laughed about this. Only. Like, I ain't lost no sleep.
Yeah, oh no. As you should. Yeah, don't let
I've only laughed about this.
What the hell? What?
No sleep loss.
Yeah.
Hell no.
Yeah, people have come up to me and said, I thought you was going to be so mean or whatever. I'm like, what made you think that? You know?
Tell me more.
What did I do that made you think that, you know?
And then you just start being mean.
Yeah. Like, oh.
You roast them on.
Like, you know, exactly. Like, oh, well, now you told me how I should treat you. So let's go ahead.
Let me meet these expectations real fast.
Yeah. Like, I do this thing where I'm just like, if I realize this is how somebody sees me, I just remove myself from that situation, because there's nothing that I'm going to do to ever make them see me differently. They already think that I'm this way or whatever. And I'm like, if I don't want to be perceived this way, then I just remove myself from the situation.
It's fair.
Yeah. So.
And those kind of assumptions are just like a lose-lose if you take them seriously.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, many times I've gotten, Ivan's too hot to be funny because I'm like conventionally attractive.
Yeah, I'm glad that you admit it though.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
Cool. It's
It's like, this is a burden, a cross I carry.
To any listeners, it's not going to do shit for you, but
I don't know. I've seen some pretty girls do some shit that I would never try.
That's true.
I would never. I was like, oh, bitch, that worked. Like, I'm impressed. I was like, okay. I see what, pretty privilege is definitely a thing.
Yeah.
But you are also, once people start to get to know you, the layers to you, I can see how people could still be intimidated by you, even though you're a very welcoming person. Like, you have a welcoming spirit to you. You're always like very helpful, very funny. Like, but you do so much, you know.
I'm hard-headed and I get real pissed off when people tell me what I can and can't do.
Yeah.
That puts me doing a lot of stuff.
Yeah, prove them wrong. Like, yeah.
I'm so guilty. Very, very guilty of that particular thing.
Yeah.
That was one story my mom always told me, was me being a toddler and pissing my mom off. just being a hard-headed asshole. And my grandmother went to my mom and said, he's hard-headed. It's a hard trade in a kid, but a good trade in an adult.
Yeah. That's my youngest son. He was such an asshole. I distinctly remember being in Kroger one day and he's sitting in the little basket or whatever. And I had my shopping list on his like lap. And every few aisles, it would fall off of his lap. And so I put it on it and I just like moved and went to watch. And this little motherfucker was inching it off of him. I'm like, it's not even bothering you. Like, and so he's always done little shit like that. I have plenty of stories of him just being a little stubborn dick, like, and I'm like, you're right, it is a good trait to have, because now that he's a young adult, I like that he has that in him, because it gives him something to stand on, and it helps keep him from just like following the crowd. So I appreciate it now, but it's very hard to govern.
I remember sitting at a language tutor because I was homeschooled for a couple of years. So my mom was coming out of pocket to try to teach me Chinese because she's a smart lady.
Mandarin?
This is in like probably 2005. And she's like, okay, the way the world's going, it'll be helpful if this boy learns Chinese. And I remember sitting at that table seeing how far I could tear my homework in half before the tutor noticed. It's like the same shit as pushing stuff off the grocery cart.
Yeah.
For no reason.
Just to see if
Being
you
a
can do it.
menace.
Do you know Chinese?
Hell no.
Okay. I feel like that would have been one of the questions in the comments. Well, did he ever learn? Like, what can you say? Ni hao.
Ni hao.
That's-
Ni hao.
I watched that cartoon too. Yeah.
A former employer tried to teach us all Chinese because we had some Chinese investors in our music business, blah, blah, blah. And they sent over one of those state-sponsored tutors. And she was here for like 6 months. And 1 out of like 9 people passed the test.
Oh, my goodness. I took Spanish 1 and Spanish 2 in Cincinnati public schools, high school. Shout out to Aiken. Yeah, I can conjugate a verb. That's about it. I cannot, I can probably understand some things if you're talking about your family, like if you're naming your family member.
If you talk really, really slow.
And I can ask for the bathroom, important stuff.
Conjugating verbs was always the thing I had the most difficulty with.
Oh, I can do. We had a song.
Oh,
you don't understand? Yeah, you put a song to.
I mean, just sing it.
Hablar de verbo caminar,
Hey.
Caminar significa to walk. Oh,
Watch out now.
Yeah, and then you would go and you would yo camino, tú caminas, él camina y ustedes también. Nosotros caminamos.
Fluency at work. Yeah.
Yay!
I never had that.
That's all I can do.
This is all
That is
news
my
to me.
one Spanish party trick.
You would definitely make some friends in a Latin American country with that song.
Yeah. I'm working into a bit. See how that goes.
That would kill in El Paso.
Have you gone to El Paso?
I have not. I've been around Texas, but it's just so damn big. I lived in West Texas for a little while.
I know. I remember you saying that. I just didn't know where. I don't know where things are in Texas.
Texas is so massive.
Yeah.
Drive 8 hours and still be in Texas.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's why when I said was talking about Joe King from the festival that I'm doing the show in Clarksville with, I just said she's from Texas because I couldn't remember if she was from Dallas or Houston, and I know that that's a faux pas. Texas. She is definitely from Texas. So.
Texans are wild, man. Everybody's hard-headed in Texas.
Yeah.
They don't want to hear nothing. Not from a doctor, not from a lawyer.
I just want to walk around with my guns. Leave me alone.
You listen to that Mexican OT?
Yeah.
Yeah. I like him. He makes Texas seem fun. But then also like Meg Thee Stallion is from Texas.
Is she really? I didn't know that.
Yes.
That makes sense.
So
They like big style, big personalities. And if you
Yeah.
come in soft, they will not fuck with you.
no, not at all. Like being on your shit. That is my next state. Like I hit an open mic in Austin. But I didn't do like a real show. I want to do comedy in Texas, not necessarily Austin though.
Houston's got a good scene, I hear.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Houston is more for that like dude bro that I was talking about, like that very much like the Kill Tony. Yeah. But I want to do big city because I got New York out the way. I was like, that's a big city to do comedy in. And it felt good, and it felt like a city that was very welcoming to my comedy style. So I'm excited to go back and, you know, thinking about doing Knoxville Locals tour up there.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? Would you be
Fun.
down?
Absolutely.
Ah, yes.
I've never been to New England. That's the only part of the
Yes.
country I've never been to.
Really?
Not really. I drove through there once when I was a kid.
Okay, I'm from Jersey, so I still have family out there or whatever. But who is it? Ethan Wheeler, because he has the hotel hookup.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and we can figure out which room, you know, really accepts that borderline.
Me and Ethan will figure out where the good poker tables
Yeah.
are.
Oh God, yes.
Two degenerates.
Oh, and if we throw James Osborne in there, we got a drunk too.
Oh, this sounds like an adventure. What are you talking about?
So dead ass. I have had some of the best times in the last year with the Knoxville comedy guys. Like people. I want to say because I know them. I'm like, y'all know who I'm talking about. They have no idea who these people are. They're like Knoxville open micers, but we've gone like whitewater rafting, and that was probably the best thing that I did last year. I'd never been whitewater rafting. I never felt safe enough, and they proved to me that
safe?
It's not. No, it was not. It was not safe, and it proved. But I did it, and I'm proud of myself.
There you go.
I believe that the comedian that took us ended up getting fired because of that specific trip. I got peed on by two different white men. I feel like they was plotting that. No, I did. I don't know. We're in the raft, you know, and they both just talked about peeing on my foot. So yeah, but it's okay. I peed too. But they were they were like, I peed on your foot, and I was like, you fucking perv, like what the fuck. So, but it was still a good time, and I didn't get like athlete's foot, so that was good.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah.
There's just such a good diversity of style right now. I feel like James Osborne is just so aggressive and so dirty. But he's so talented.
The way that he delivers his stuff. So James Osborne, picture King of Queens, right? But dressed in all black with a black hat, kind of militia style almost.
He looks like an undercover cop.
Yes, like he's looking to buy one weed.
Just one weed.
But he is the dirtiest, like, you know,
filthy,
like just aggressive comedian. And then he's gay as shit. And then when he hits the crowd with that, everybody's like, what the fuck? Like you, because he'll say the F word. He'll be like, I can say that, I'm gay. Like, you like, can you? Wait a minute, we're gonna need some, you kiss him right now. Like, I need you, the SSD right here on stage to prove that you gay, because I don't think you can say that.
Did you know that he had a full ride to Juilliard for acting out of high school?
No.
He's a gifted actor and a performer. That's where that comes from. That's why he hit an open mic on day one, and he is James Osborne, the character, and the man, because he's got that talent. Yeah. Yes,
Knoxville has some very like seriously talented people in it. Keith Marcel is probably the funniest comedian that I've ever met. He was supposed to be on this show tonight, but he ended up booking.
You don't put him on blast or nothing.
He's on stage right now.
What do you mean? We agreed to this first. Keep your priority month.
This was like a month and a half ago.
I'm not gonna put him on blast. I just put him on blast on stage. We did this show. It's a show. One of the shows that Keith runs. It's called the Comedy Debate League, where comedians, I think it was like 4 sets of comedians went head to head debating different topics. So it was like millennials versus Gen X, who had it the worst. And millennials took that, like, because the whole audience was millennials.
Yeah.
But mine was streaming TV versus or broadcast versus streaming. But he was like, I got podiums. Everybody got their suits. Everybody got their blazers. Like the day before, he was like, everybody got their blazers. And I'm like, I ain't got no goddamn blazer. Like I ain't worked in hotels in almost like 9 years. Like, I gave that life away. So I'm like, I'm gonna do my best. Like, figure out something. And then he show up and this motherfucker got on a cardigan, blue jeans, and some Air Max. And I'm like, what the okay.
He was ready for that remote work.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here at the last minute, like digging through my closet, like, where is my only tie that I own that I haven't worn in a year?
And do you remember how to tie it? Like, there's a whole set of obstacles ahead of you right now.
Yeah, so we did it was a regular debate style. Like you do your opening statement, and then you have your reasons, and then you do your rebuttals, and then closing the argument. And my closing argument, I did a closing argument for it or whatever, but I was like, the real villain here is the moderator ass who pressured us to dress up, come and dress in our nicest, and then his ass showed up in a cardigan dressed like motherfucking Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood.
And the crowd just explodes. It explodes.
There's a crime.
Fuck you.
Crime.
That was a fun show. That was maybe one of the most productive writing sessions I've ever had, because I did the day of thing.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's like, crap, I got to do 5 sets of 1 minute with the rebuttal, and I just cranked that stuff out. And that's hard to do.
It is.
Unless you're on the deadline.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was grateful for that show for sure. It was energy drinks versus coffee. And I was energy drinks. And I do not agree with that standpoint. So it was like, all right, I got to
work on it. Yeah.
It's fun. I think characters are the key to that show.
Yeah.
If everybody just kind of leaned into the stereotypes of whatever they're trying to defend, I think. Mm-hmm. But yeah, great show.
Yep. Yeah, we have a lot of really good shit happening now in Knoxville as far as the comedy scene is concerned. When I first started doing comedy, we didn't have all this variety. It wasn't a whole bunch going on. And to be honest, my first introduction to comedy was not that great. It was a shout out to Gina Truitt, who used to run the Well, 4620 Kingston Pike, used to be Club 4620. That place has gone through a lot of identities. But that was the first place that I had ever saw open mic comedy in Knoxville, and it was awful. And my ex-husband was included in that lineup. And I was like, oh, this is what you be doing every week? Like, this? You? I support you in everything that you do, but...
When I'm not at home doing coke playing Rocket League, this is what I miss.
When it's time to unwind.
Yeah. My God.
Does it make sense now?
Yeah. Connections. Hindsight 2020.
Truth.
If your significant other goes to an open mic for the first time, by the way, listeners, you should be concerned. That is the appropriate response.
Yeah.
Is that a tipping point?
You know what? I feel like if your partner was not already a comedian and then they said, I want to get into comedy, you should be a little concerned because where is the material coming from? What is the material? Am I the material? I would be concerned. I'm like, yeah, no, I'm going with you. Like, we gonna go sit.
We're gonna watch.
I'm gonna support you. Yep. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna sit in the back of the room and hear everything you say.
Yeah.
Just remember that.
I'm gonna film it. We're gonna go through afterwards.
We're gonna go over your set.
Like, what you doing, baby? Texting the marriage counselor. Setting an appointment. No, like if your significant other wants to get into comedy, encourage them.
Cautiously.
Well, understand understand that it takes a long time for comedians to find their voice. Everybody says it's about 10 years, and I can agree with that for my personal journey.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it does seem that way.
So. Yeah, so if you're gonna encourage, be encouraging, and if they talk about your mama, maybe that's a conversation y'all should have in private,
or right there during the set. It could be good.
Yeah, I mean, they don't need to know that person is a plant. The crowd don't need to know.
Right. This is a part of the set. This is the routine.
Yeah, you act like this was all supposed to happen.
Damn.
I remember the first show that I ever went to in Knoxville. You were on it, Brandi.
Oh, shit.
I think it was a showcase of some kind at Big Orange Brewing in South Knox.
Oh, my God, yeah.
And it was Aaron Naylor and Keith was there. And I think Andrew McCaffrey was there, too. And just a big empty room. Just silence.
Sounds on brand. Sounds on brand. Oh, my God. I don't do too many empty rooms anymore.
Hell no.
Yeah, thankfully. Those are hard.
Yeah, and it kind of can make you worse at comedy, too.
If you're doing too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, if that's all you're doing, you're not growing from it because you're not really getting any feedback. Like the bar backs is doing whatever the fuck they doing. You know, like whatever the audience is, it's not enough to grow from. Still do the shows. Get the stage time.
Get something out of it, but yeah, not ideal.
It's not ideal, no.
What's the biggest room that you've done now? How many people?
I did the Tennessee Theater last year. I don't know how many people were at that, but it looked pretty thick.
I bet.
Yeah, it was for Adeem the artist. People, Knoxville loves Adeem.
Right,
yeah, so yeah. So that was probably the biggest room that I've done. I don't know how many people, how many seats it actually was. I'd say like 200. There was just I guess it was a women's event. I had to think about it. I like it when they're not advertised that way. When it's an all-female lineup, but it's not advertised as an all-female lineup.
I've got one coming Deception next month.
Oh, are you advertising it as an all-female Deception lineup?
No, I got into Eventbrite and started to edit something in and decided, nah.
Yeah.
They're all going to crush it.
Yeah, they're comedians. Yeah, so.
I mean, there's not really a whole lot of reason to give any more or specific information than that when you're trying to advertise it anyway. Like, I don't like that
in
angle
comedy,
either.
they do that a lot when it's just all women and we're like, all female lineup. Oh yeah, and I'm like, all right, you know, dicks only. Like,
yeah.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So,
like, where is the equal and opposite?
Yeah. So
I mean, I laugh at either of them.
But that was like a 200-person room, and that felt really good. I headlined that show.
Hell yeah.
That was dope as hell.
I like to see those medium-sized crowds because that's like right when it first starts to have that effect where one pocket will start laughing and then another pocket will laugh at the people laughing, and you get that beautiful kind of ripple effect. It's tough with a medium, smaller crowd, but when you get that tipping point, it's just a lot of fun to perform to and to watch.
Yes, agreed. Yeah. Agreed.
Seeing a joke wash over a crowd is pretty funny sometimes. Like you're saying, this pocket here laugh, that pocket there laugh, but like you can see it on their face, or like, when you're hanging out with your friends and like not everybody gets a joke at the same time.
Yeah.
A lot of my jokes or not a lot, but some are really subtle, and that's one of the most gratifying things on stage for me is to really sit on it and just, one person got it. Oh, yeah, 5 people got it. Okay.
Yeah, you're good at that too. You don't rush through that to get to the
I probably should learn to rush a little bit more. Yeah.
Yeah. No, but you give it time to sit. Sometimes I'm just like, all right, that's it. If they ain't get it, they ain't get it or whatever. And then I'll start into saying my next thing and people start laughing and I'm like, oh, damn, I should have waited. I should have waited a little bit longer,
When the crowd is stoned, that's
is that the pace you're trying to
Oh
get?
Yeah. You're on the 3-second delay.
Treat it like a Zoom call.
Oh my goodness. It's like that was always some of the funniest moments watching the news, local news, like when the camera cuts too fast before the audio comes in, and then, like the anchor is over there just like doing some shit.
Yep.
That delay is great. We've been at this for now 90 minutes or so.
Hey.
So
Breeze.
let's cap this off, friends. Let's tell everybody what we got going on in Knoxville and in comedy, and then tell them where they can find you on the internet, and we'll call it a night.
Come out to Comedy Deception every second Thursday at Central Cinema. Showtime at 7 o'clock. $10 online, 15 at the door. At Comedy Deception, we guarantee 15 laughs per minute, or your money back.
And their prizes.
Yeah, you do get prizes for correctly guessing the liar.
Yep. Come out every first Tuesday of the month to the same spot, Central Cinema. It's a free show. It is a comedy open mic. It's a pre-booked open mic, so don't come thinking that you can sign up, unfortunately. But there's always some really dope talent. We often have some out-of-towners coming through featuring for us or whatever. But it's more importantly, it's a free show to do on a Tuesday night. And then also, you can catch me online. My website is brandyaugustus.com. All of my show dates are there. But the next thing that I have, oh my God, I'm drawing a blank. Oh, I'll be in Atlanta. Never mind. Nope. I keep thinking it's April. So I'll be doing the Good Vibes Comedy Festival in Memphis, Tennessee at the end of April or mid-April.
Follow me on Instagram.
Yeah,
Ivan Harper.
My Instagram's Brandy Augustus. Hey,
Look at y'all with your SEO on point.
We're pros.
look at us with we get EPKs.
Today I learned what an EPK is. Yes.
There we go. All right, everybody. That has been the latest and greatest episode of the KAAMP. Do all the stuff I would really like for you to do. That's rate, like, subscribe. Like, turn this on in the car when people don't know what's going on. It's great. Just surprise it with people. It's good. Otherwise, thanks for listening, and I'll talk at you next time.
Peace.